Good afternoon, people. So, choice of track, Tainted Love by Gloria Jones. Why? This game, I do love it, but it was tainted somewhat over the last 24 hours with that online challenge fucking cup. Coupled with the fact that even though I beat it, I get 3 spins and I get 3 shit spins. Also watching Shaw going through very similar to what I went through. Repeated runs at it against superstar laden squads. And it just been an utter bollock. Konami, never do that again. I mean, come on. And if you're going to make us do it, give us a bloody decent reward. 3 spins ain't shit, man. I mean, I've been 2 of the guys I spun already, and then the other one I'll hold on to because of just GP woes now. So just to kind of use up some, just to use up the contract maybe and try and kind of hold some GP, but that needs to stop, man. That is just out of order. But I'm going to do a couple of divisions matches, hopefully. I might just in between matches. I noticed there's been quite a lot of activity, so I'm going to kind of speak to some of that. But before I go any further, just to say unlucky, Shaw, with that final you had there. It was actually a cracking wee match, in fairness, although you didn't get the result there. Hopefully that changes for you. Anyway, I'm going to jump in. Bit of online divisions. I'm in Division 5 now. I'm yo-yoing between 5 and 4. So there's my settings. I just go level 3, pass support level, similar level. I use PA1 online normally. Team strength level, keep it similar level. Rating, just wider rating range. Might mean my searches take longer, but you know, it's just the way it is, innit? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my playlist on here. So I actually, some years ago, I made a winning 11 playlist. It's not actually necessarily tunes that were from PES games. It was just a bunch of music that I had playing. I think it might have been PES 2012 I was playing at the time. I just thought, do you know what? I'm just going to chuck a bunch of tunes in one playlist. Now, it's all pretty random. Actually, just browsing through it here quickly. Some of these I probably wouldn't listen to now. In fact, there's one I want to add to it very quickly before we get this show properly on the road. Oh man, what's it called again? I'll work it out. Depth charge. Not the Mario stick on. It's on the playlist, but there's another tune. I think it's called Bastard Swordsman. Sure it is. They might not have that album on here. It doesn't look like they do. That's fucking crap, man. That's annoyed me. Oh no, nah, they've got Shaolin Buddha Finger, which I'm going to stick on just while we wait. So this is sort of mid-90s kind of beaty type stuff that's uses a lot of kind of audio from kung fu flicks and stuff like that. But I think it's Bastard Swordsman. Bastard Swordsman's one of their favourite tracks. I'm just trying to remember if this is the right version. Aye, it is. Aye, so it seems as though it's been pretty active, man, with regards to the unplaying of the game of late. And it's good been watching other people's streams and stuff, just reading other people's comments on things. I've noticed there's some folk who went away from the game quite early but have since came back, giving it another wee run out. Good to see that. You know, not just alright, everybody liked PES. More a case of just to get more takes on it. I do have means in which I can feed stuff back, so just the more unique user feedback I get, and by folk who are playing the game, not by people watching the game, because that tends to be unfortunately the problem in a few other communities. They played the game for a week, ditched it, and then consider themselves the expert. So I would say somebody like myself, no, in fact I won't use myself in this example, I would say somebody like Shaw, for example, although he had his own 2-month break, although I don't think that was necessarily like, fuck it, I'm not playing PES anymore, maybe there was an element of that, but I remember he said in one of his recent streams, it's like, you know, you come back to this game and after some time away, still working away, leveling away, trying to level up players, and along with it learning new things about the game. And I think that is the beauty of this year's PES, and I think in some respects, I'd certainly say last year I was more of a Master League player and came to my club late in the day and found myself getting a wee bit hooked on it. And then just kind of reading about some issues people were having with Master League, because I kind of went into my club kind of quite early, pretty much immediately as soon as the servers went live. I did have some early access to the game, and it was more about just playing friendlies and stuff, because I can't do a Master League without real kits and stuff. I just can't do it. Write names across the board and all that. So it was really more about just trying to get my head around the game a little bit, and that, I think it was just short of a week I had it before release. And then there was a lot of people talking about Master League, and it kind of put me off. I'm beginning to think I might have a wee stab at it though, at some point. Like I say, I do look to try and approach my club with an almost Master League type mindset, but you know, you can't beat a bit of Master League. And I was watching a bit of the True Brits in his Master League. I think he's up to episode 38, and he puts the effort in. He's got a lot of enthusiasm just for what he wants to put out, so he does commentary over it. You know what I mean, proper enthusiastic commentary over it. Seems to have the sound levels and all that right, so it sounds good. I mean, and I think his most recent one was semi-final, FA Cup semi-final. It went to penalties. He was Man U and he was playing against Liverpool in that semi-final, and I was just watching it and I was thinking, I kind of miss that a wee bit. In fact, absolutely, unquestionably, I do miss it. So I might give that another stab. This is doing some weird shit and trying to find me an opponent here now. It's like it's hanging. Normally it kind of goes through different stuff. Have they done something with the search? Who knows? I might not get a game here for some reason. Magic worked. Right, so I actually like to look away from the stream, because I'm a wee bit different from, well, I think seeing the online challenge cup, I would agree with that. You want to see what you're up against regards player rating. As you can see, I'm not a highly rated player, and I concede that. That might have a lot to do with my settings, how I look to play the game. But I think I do alright online. I'm going to go for the old 32 patch the other day. Stadium's fine. And before I forget, let's get this playlist on. Shit. Move your ass, Cuddy. So this track is 0-0 after extra time by 1,000-yard stare. Seems quite apt. Certainly wasn't the fucking case in that online challenge cup, I'll tell you that much. Team's looking a bit wanky. Right, he's using Ousmane Dembele as a centre forward. The Carrasco is a support striker. We're dropping the line! Tucking it in. We will bring Khedira down. We will keep him as a centre midfielder. Gomez comes down a wee bit. Advanced instruction, I'll just go with the tried and tested initially. He's got an alright team, but I'll stick defensive on Fernandez and Khedira here, as well as do wing back. So this is pretty much me. This is how I like set up initially. I might concede a lot of ground here, but it does give me a wee chance to see, you know, what kind of guy I'm up against. Seri or Schneider? I'll try that. Have I forgot to do something? Probably. Fuck it. I love this tune. I'm not overly keen on this version of it. I'm sure this version's got a bit of violin and that comes in. It sounds a wee bit window stuffy at one point, but triple version, man in double dash. Still halfway line, it goes both ways.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now.
Gotta love that 32 patcher, classic ball, man. I think I said in the previous stream I spent a fortune in an Adidas one. Just a 90s I think that was. It was actually a promotional ball. Not for sale, but a store in the Barrowlands in Glasgow sold me it. Oh fuck, this feels weird. Doesn't feel laggy, but weird. Oh, Patania, nice play, mate. On you go, on you go. Bah, shot blasted. So Patania, target man, currently plays for Atalanta. Thought I'd give him a wee run out of the day. He's on form this week, as is Gomez. So that's a Atalanta partnership I've got going up there. But this feels weird now. Getting crowded out here. What the? What? Patania's 85 kilograms fucking heavy, man. I know Van Dijk's a big guy, but come on. So yeah, my camera is very different from the one Shaw uses, as you can see. I kind of like being close in. I don't know what it is. I like seeing across. I know Shaw's is very similar, he sees a lot more of the park, but I do like just getting a wee bit of clarity on the player models. And I think it maybe helps me, it can potentially help anyway, just with maybe some, you know what I mean, player positioning and movement and stuff. But this feels really fucking strange now, man. I'm going to lose a goal here, aren't I? I don't like fucking losing experimental wankers using Dembele as a centre forward. That's glitching the matrix, man. You can't be having that. Racket's fair game, innit? There was no overlap there. Alves. Now I started using Alves in the last few games. I used him in the online challenge cup last night just because of some defensive chops against those fucking worldies I was always up against.
Accusatory stare there tells the whole story. That was just poor decision making and a weak execution.
This is probably a little bit slower tempo tune for PES, but this is Adventures in Your Own Backyard by Patrick Watson. I love this tune because it's got a kind of western vibe to it, and I came across it looking at, is it a Killian, what's his name again, is it Killian Murphy? No, Brett Novak skate video, and it was a Killian something, he was a skateboarder, and this tune was playing, and it was a kind of abandoned sort of theme park or something. He was just doing all these mad tricks in, and this tune was playing. It was on the kind of desert type thing. I just thought, that's a fucking awesome tune. This is feeling,
That's a foul.
it's kind of weird, it's a kind of cross between laggy and dicky. Right, I need to shut up. Change, right, too late. That was silly. Should have made sure I pressed the special controls button beforehand just to get the dink effect on that.
Interception.
Using a lot of long ball crap here. And I do appreciate, sometimes I just play a little bit too experimentally, but I enjoy doing that. It's probably just as well I'm not a ranked chaser, I suppose, eh? Burkie's. Burkie's on form this week and is an octopus between the sticks when he's on form. I feel like I should be beating this guy if the game was just behaving itself. Oh, aimed it wrong again and again. Damn it, man. Fucking advanced shooting. Didn't even aim it, really. See, to be quite honest, my advanced shooting game's been off the last couple of nights. Oh, try to get the triangle going there and it didn't work. He's doing a lot of pings. Has me think he's probably playing probably a more online friendly camera than I'm using. He's spotting runs. Certainly trying to. Oh Jesus. I'll do. Frustrating first half. I should have had a couple of. I should have had at least one goal there. I get those shooting boots on, and I noted this week they seem to be pushing a lot of managers recently who are particularly, you know, good leadership skills. I believe the week before it was Master League default players who were managers, and apparently they've actually got quite a lot. Some of them have some decent tactical flexibility. So maybe I should be trying to get involved in that action again. But that is some GP needed for that as well. And GP, you know, GP needs to be looked at with regards to how you go about getting it. Don't make this game all about Wales, that's what I'm saying, not the country. It's the old Dolphins and Wales thing when it comes to microtransaction gaming. Right, so that was silly on account of the fact I was trying to play to a fucking midget and Papu there. Right, we got it right this time. Oh, this is another fucking belter of a tune. This is the Chambers brothers and Time Has Come Today. Another dude. It's a kind of Rolling Stones type vibe, this, but it's well, mostly a band consists mostly of sort of African Americans and one white guy who I think might be bass player or something like that. I think they're from New Orleans, certainly one of the southern states. Just love this chorus. I think it's a Bible verse. Well, I mean, it's based on a Bible verse or something. There's Pitania! Goal! Andrea Pitania!
Never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement. Deadlock broken, it's 1-0. Whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half time, it's worth the tweet.
I know what you mean. I mean, surely, basically, aye. I think your camera though is, see, just watching it, I might toy about with some camera settings, especially that one that you're using. Might try to give it a wee trial sometime. Probably away from my stream just in case I fuck up massively, but it does look really good. I do like to play neatly and all that, not to say that you don't, but I do note that you're able to kind of pick out better passes than probably I would see using this camera.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Still feels weird, folks. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you this time as well, please. Fuck you completely. Oh, nah, it's glitching me, man. Want to give him a go, it feels like. Patania might have to come off. Have I got did I bring the Great Galabinov with me? I think I did. That'll do. Try some.
There are a few waiting for it, and he's cut it out.
Let's call the subs. Taking a wee risk. Because I did bring Diego Guito with me. I know that much. I never knew it was a long version I picked in this. If time has come today. Just trying to fucking force my way through for a second goal here. Pay for this. It's not going to get a play from me, is it? Oh, I need to fucking be on my game here. I'd want to get out of Division 5. I'm kind of yo-yoing between 4 and 5 now. Just probably something missing from my game that stopped me just making that progress against some slightly higher ranked players than me.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell.
See that shielding down? I think that needs to be... Oh, fuck off. I think that needs to be stronger. You know, especially with a target man, they should be able to hold off a wee bit better. So this guy has been all about can I get it through to Dembele and laser my way through. Khedira's played alright actually. Let's see if we can try it. Oh, that was silly, turned the wrong way for... Oh my word. Bit of stone roses obviously. What the world is waiting for. It's Pavel Nedved or Del Piero. So a victoire. Decent enough we goal this. Boom. The two Atalanta men connecting there. Oh, he's placed that nicely. Lovely jubbly. So that victory was kind of needed. The team was alright. Just think he set it up a bit weird. I don't know why you just wouldn't use an actual centre forward. You lose something, you know. I don't know if Dembele's got it as a secondary. I've got Dembele. I don't know if one of his secondary positions is centre forward, but you're going to lose something. You know, be it touch or just positional sense, that is some drop for Dembele. That's a 9-point drop. So Alfresco dealt with. That'll do. 2856, that was my last game with David Nicola, which means contract renewal time, and luckily he's only 5,100. So yes, the Stone Roses, absolutely one of the, probably the most important band in my life. Oh shit. Ah well, Masacio's no biggie, Castro's and Gomez. Yeah, I'd probably want to be looking at that. But by all accounts, it seems like they've kind of packed it in again, the Stone Roses. They've not necessarily said as much, I don't think, but that Hampden gig I went to, Ian Brown said something that suggested, like, you know, this is pretty much it, folks. And to be fair, the song that they brought, oh God, Beautiful Thing was fine. Beautiful Thing was a wee bit more, captured a wee bit more of that vibe, but All For One was fucking D'Artagnan and the Three Musker Hounds theme, done by the Stone Roses. That's what that sounded like. It was rotten, man. And the horrible thing about that track is the way it starts, it feels as though it's going to burst into a kind of waterfall-esque tune, and then it fucking turns into that, man. You're just, oh, heartbreaking. But Beautiful Thing was alright. Beautiful Thing, when they played Beautiful Thing live, it was really good as well. So what's next up? Something a bit football themed, in the form of A Tribe Called Quest and Can I Kick It? Do I like Tribe? I have got, not so much now. I think a lot of rap music's absolute fucking shite these days, but I do like a lot of that kind of 80s, 90s sort of hip hop era. Just when there's a lot about samples and stuff like that, just really do like it. Less about fucking hoes, bitches and money, all that stuff. I just can't stomach that. I'm going to bring in Diego Carlos. So Diego Carlos is a centre-back, plays for FC Nantes currently, Brazilian, build-up playing style in this, not a real face, boo, decent stats spread there, a good few player skills. I've heard some people who have Sergio Ramos in their squad also, and have this guy say that he's like a kind of budget version, shall we say, of Ramos. But that's not true. I mean, although maybe not as good, certainly a damn good player in his own right. And yeah, decent wee kind of set of skills there. Probably man marking and heading wouldn't go amiss, obviously, for a centre back. So bring him in, although in C form, I believe. And I didn't have the great one with me. I'll just renew. Stupid not to renew a player who is on A for me. DeShilio's got a couple of games left. Just feel like keep on getting Kimpembe stamina recoveries, which I'm running out of. But do you know what? Do you know one of the best ways to actually get GP in this game? Is by sort of not playing it that much. So you're just logging in every day and just doing a game against the com and getting your first victory of the day, then buggering off. Same way stamina recovery, because you don't use stamina recovery if you don't play as much matches. A combination of that over, say, the course of a week or so, maybe get yourself a nice wee GP haul, which is weird, isn't it? I mean, it's just weird. Or maybe that's Konami trying to be responsible. Aye, right. So I'm going to go back in at it again. I'll try and knock out Ned. And I'll bring in a DMF to come in as sub. Now, Lucassen is a player I would strongly recommend, but maybe only through random spin. Reason for that is his form is 3, and although Dutch League is subject to live form updates, it might be a bit of a risky one, that. So if I'm thinking about another defensive midfielder, I think I'm going to try Paredes. Then it's St. Petersburg. Seems a decent player in this, or he's getting there. So give that a bash for this next match. Still think I'm taking a risk bringing Diaguito with me, but fuck it. He'll maybe get an online debut yet. Otherwise, it was really hard to read into that match. I never turned off my advanced instructions or anything, switched them up at any point in that, so I did play kind of still with a defensive mindset, and I do swear by it a little bit. I do. But I can play some pretty football at times. Right, I'm not listening to this again because this has been on the last couple of streams. It's Not 19 Forever by the Courtineers, which I did say is probably the only song I like from them I like. Why don't we try a little bit of yeah. This one's for you, Shaw. You magnificent mank. Oh, that guitar, man. Just everything about fucking Joy Division, man. I should probably put a means to an end on at some point. And then you can hear me get all kind of fucking dreamy as that guitar part comes into it. Which I still think is one of the most swaggering guitar parts of the fucking tune ever, man. It's so good. I've actually got a book, Shaw, called So This Is Permanence, and it's actually a big kind of coffee table type book, and it is Ian Curtis, but it's kind of pictures of all. Ah, nice one, mate. Won the final. Hey, let me know who you spin. Hopefully better than the crap I got. But I got this book called This Is Permanence, and it's basically scans of Ian Curtis's lyrics, and a wee foreword and that. They're talking about how he used to walk about with a blue carrier bag just with all his scribblings in it and all that. I think I got that in a sale, because I think otherwise it's about 20 quid or something. But I just fascinating character. Obviously very tragic what happened to him, but come on, Joy Division, eh? Music from Manchester, mate, that's what I'll say, just in general. You just do it differently. You get nothing. I think I've said it before in some posts in PES Fan. See, up here, we don't have that. We've got that working class, we've got all that as well. You know, we've got that working class edge to us up here in this sort of west of Scotland, even when I stay sort of satellite towns round about Glasgow. But I don't know if it's a Scottish thing. Nobody wants to be a bit bogged out up here when it comes to music. And I'm too old to change it. Right, so this guy, on account of his ranking, I am going to stick on, well, it just needs to be because I'm using Knockout Ned as a defensive midfielder anyway. Elsewhere, I am going to use the wing back technique, and I'm against Bellotti, who, when I played against Italy in the DCOM thing and top player, was actually quite a tidy player. Should I do a tight marking job on someone? No, but I'll do a quick mark setting on someone. That being Heinrich, I think. Because he's not natural in centre midfield, and I just wonder if wee Papu will be a pain in the arse for him. Now this band, this is called The New Division. That's the name of the band. I'll let you make your mind up who you think who they're influenced by. First album's alright, some decent tunes in their first album. This one's called Starfield.
I think we're just about ready to get going here. A warm welcome to you wherever you are in the world. This is Ep.3.
I'd say they more edge. I'd say they edge more towards a kind of New Order sound and Joy Division. And are from California. I wonder if Shaw's away spinning to win. Nice one and winning the final, mate. It's a complete fucking, honestly. Never again. And this match is also starting off a bit weird. I don't know if there's something with my positional, something's no clicking with some players here or something. Or it's just been a fucking arsehole the game.
Very well to get to that. Well, as casualty to the keeper, he just received an A+ grade.
Look at that from Ignacio Fernandez.
That's exactly the requirement to give you the early edge. Now for more.
Just such a. You really do. I mean, I don't know if it's the most elegant of solutions, but it does seem as though as players level up more, you see more in the way of, you know, they seem to introduce more animations or more possibilities into their game. But it kind of still stays consistent somewhat with what their overall style is.
What can you tell us? Yeah, the counter-attack is their preferred approach, Peter, and once triggered,
let's try it. Let's try the other one. Alves, Pitania, you don't want. Whoa.
Delivery, no joy. I have to commend the wing play, but I have to condemn the defending. They've got to stop the cross.
I think the other thing I'm going to use these streams for is to look back at some of my shooting. You can see there, that looked like all the world I was aiming. Well, I mean, again, I don't want it to be a case of if I aim at goal, it needs to go to goal, but that looked as though it probably should have landed on target. Maybe I never get the power on it, you know, even if I never get the power on it or something, but... Come on, Papu. Knockout Ned up there. I really want to score I mean, I have offline and, you know, against regular difficulty and stuff, but I want to fucking leather one with Knockout Ned on an online match. I like that. Well played, Pitania. And of course, naturally, none other than Ignacio Fernandez does a good wee job for me. And unfortunately, this is going in towards Gomez, who's just not got it in. Shite. No, that was alright. We played DeCilio. Displaying the merits of having defensive fullbacks and tucking them in a wee bit. Cagey first half this. This game makes some very odd pass decisions at times. Gee, why I'm doing that now. I like this tune. This is At the Helm by Hieroglyphics. Oh, I nearly got there. Tell the Funky Homo Sapiens are hip hop artist I do like. One of the more kind of smarter, shall we say, clever with his lyrics. And Gomez! own goal! Papu Gomez.
Looking back at that,
That'll do it.
play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a
Alright, you got one of your Eastern Bloc boys. Oh, wee bit of fucking... Sounds like they're doing a wee bit nasty on you in the old... how it spins as well. Bullshit. Go through all that, do you know what I mean? And you get fucking served up. I mean, silvers are... It's like I say, there are silver gems out there, mate, and at least you get a wee Eastern Bloc player, but it's nonsense, do you know what I mean? I think seeing that situation, that winner amongst winners, that should have been a guaranteed legend. Or they should have the campaign, you know what I mean? If you win 3 games in a row against any, you know, it's the Wild West, you could face anyone. You should get a legend for that, for fuck's sake. Especially, I mean, you'd think they would have something, maybe an algorithm or something that they can identify if we're using certain types of squads and stuff. It's like, do you know what, the guys beat 3 fucking teams full of superstars and legends. Give them a break. But aye. Shatov looking up too much. Is he a real face? I think that's, I don't know. I know it's just an aesthetic thing, it really doesn't matter, but it is kind of cool when you've got a nice, you know, an 11 that you've worked on, put, you know, and just having those kind of visual details there. And it is something I think that generally PES shines at. You know, when they do put the TLC. Ignacio, man, he's been playing so well for me recently. So 1-0 at half time in this one. And Alejandro Papu Gomez getting me the wee 1-0 lead. I wonder, should I make a half time sub? Everybody's on form and playing alright though. He's switched it up. He's brought on Manny and Dembele on either flank. Moving Calhanoglu through the middle. Right, so I need to do some changes to mark settings here because he's trying to die. See that? I had me. He's changed up his formation and he switched up to a way that Gomez would have been fucking running after Dembele on the left midfield. Oh, he's really going for it on me. He's leaving it at the back, but I'm set up defensively, so I think he'll just hold out just now.
Here we go again. Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players.
I know what you mean. Not even goal plus. I was actually, when I first read it, I thought, alright, 3 spins. And it was that way I thought, oh, maybe it's 3 spins because you're probably going to get a legend in one of them. But I think winner amongst wingers, if they've got winner amongst wingers stuff, although wingers amongst wingers is probably fucking apt as well because everybody uses 4-3-3. Yeah, something like that. If they want you to do get 3 victories in a row, a gold guarantee should have been there. They do some weird stuff with their campaigns because they've had ones like that, they've had some good ones.
For him to shoot.
And look at him!
He's got that completely wrong. Well, he did get himself into a good position.
Right, so I can break on him. It's just about keeping the head. Which I'm not, notoriously not very good at. Nice, got the back post there.
One of his best.
So this is Silicon Soul. Glasgow band on the Soma, Glasgow Techno Duo on the Soma label, so Scottish label. Do like these guys. And the name of the track's escaping me at the moment.
players' resilience now, and
I need to sort that out. I'll wait till the ball goes out of play. Right on, right on. It's called.
Danny Alves battles to win it back.
Nice wee sample there. Nice wee guitar sample.
Now it's Chalhanoglu.
I'm getting a wee bit fucking cheeky with this guy, I'll tell you that much.
Daniel Alves.
Getting away with a lot. Slowing the game down here a wee bit.
Natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now. He's taking on the lot of them.
Right, Patania again. Oh, he's hit outside of the post with a header from 6 yards. But Patania's starting to grow into a bit of a game for me. On form, he's certainly a good target man. And I have said he does level up pretty handily too. But you know, Shot, I'm actually thinking about trying to get a wee theme, get a more theme squad going. Even if it is just something like Serie A, something like that initially. I don't like that, innit? Because I like what you're doing with that Eastern Bloc thing. I think I said and commented in your own stream, it's got a kind of ML approach type vibe to it, and I do like that. You know, got a lot of time for people finding little, you know, having wee rule sets that they'll put in place for themselves. And it kind of shits all over. Well, let's just say there's a community that I'm going to be looking to write for. And right now the forums in there are just poisonous. They were. It's a little bit chilled the last couple of days, but if you go places like there, Evil Web, they're absolutely convinced that this mode is played by kids or casuals who don't have any interest in the real sport, don't know anything about the real sport, and just want to build superstar squads. I think both our own approaches, and we are seasoned players at these games, but I think maybe you might agree with me so much that you go that 3-star level, you do start to see that variety as well. You do see similar, you see people who've got these squads that are kind of nurturing and stuff, so all that stuff, all those claims made against this, you know, that particular claim made against the game and this mode is utter horseshit. And Acuna grabs me a second. I can only, you know, Acuna would be I reckon would be a beast of a wing back and oh, that was a nice wee trick by Dembele that he done with there, to be fair. I reckon Acuna would be an absolute beast of a wing back in a 3-man defensive setup. When he's levelled up considerably. Well, I mean, even at 81 now, he's got that kind of defensive capability and just that engine in him. But just fully levelled up, I think it'd be awesome. So this guy is went into the pause menu. He's went into game plan. And has he switched it up again? He's not even made a sub. You know what, see, even at this stage in a match, in a 2-0 lead, I don't trust this game. Simple as that. Anything, you just get that feeling anything could happen, and you could say, oh well, that's quite realistic actually, but oh no, it's not like literally 5 minutes left though, is it? So I've got Guito on for a wee cameo here. Let's see what he does, eh? Oh, he's not interested in playing me. He's like, who the fuck is Guito? Ah, he stopped playing. He stopped playing, just dicking about with the shielding mechanic. So, oh, I should have stuck that away just to rub it in. Yeah, he's abandoned it obviously. But that, I think that's dead funny when you're just setting up Pitanya, who's actually left-footed as well. A left-footed target man. Certainly the only left-footed target man I've got. Alright, mate. Ooh! Nice wee tune coming up next. Oh, fuck. See if I got that with knockout and Eddie would have been through. So 2 victories in a row, folks. I've got to be happy with that. And this is Play It Cool by the Super Furry Animals. Now here's a random fact for you about this particular track. The video for this track, so this song was released in 1997. And the video for this track was the Super Furry Animals sitting on a couch playing Actua Soccer 2. And it was just before it was released, Actua Soccer 2. And then they climb into the telly and then they start running about in Actua Soccer 2, still with their kind of gear on and all that, so it was big gruff with his big orange cagoule on and all that, but in Actua Soccer 2. And there was a cheat in Actua Soccer 2 that allowed you to get the Super Furry Animals to do exactly that. So there's another little random fact for you. And Actua Soccer 2 had the late great Barry Davies doing commentary. And it was actually alright commentary, if I believe, for the time anyway. He's a missed individual, it has to be said, Barry Davies. Fucking love him doing PES or something like that. I'd actually like it. What was the guy's name? Was it Steve James, the guy that used to done ISS? Header! Header! And another one! And another one! When it was ISS, you could easily just kind of exchange headers between players and all that, or else if it was going to defenders, they'd head it out. Come to you, you'd header it back, and he'd just be like that. A header, and another one, and another one. Just always found that amusing. But honestly, there is just a lot of the realism bullshit they could just probably drop. They wouldn't get away with it, but it would be funny if they'd done stuff like that. Now the album this is from, Radiator, is actually, is it my favourite Super Furry Animals album? It's up there because it has one of my favourite Super Furry Animals tunes on it, and the name of that tune I use as my Twitter handle, and kind of partly inspires the name The PES Casual. The song's called The Placid Casual, and I might stick it on actually. I'm pretty sure it's on this playlist, maybe. Any levels up there? Nah. Once this track finishes, I'm putting another Super Furry Animals one on. It's not the one I was talking about, but it's apt. And the reason it's apt is I've just went 2 games in which I've won. Therefore I am the undefeated. I should be a DJ. Get radio back to being a proper thing again and get me on the airwaves. Hey, solution. So I broke the 600 barrier. I was actually up to about 677 or something at some point, but then when was it? The levelling, shall we say, that happened a couple of weeks ago when everybody was getting screwed over, it seemed, kind of fucked me over a wee bit as well. Albeit I didn't expose myself that much to online during that period, because it just felt like, there's a levelling of the playing field going on here. And certainly coming back, there was a couple of games I was getting my ass handed to me and all that, and it's like, this guy seems as though he's probably a bit considerably better than me, and not just that, there's not just that 10 rank differential there. So 2 victories in a row in the stream, following on from a victory I had earlier. It's not over yet though, is it, when it comes to divisions? And I do forget that, getting your wins online, it is a nice wee kind of 3,000, just short shy of 3,000 a time in the old GP. So that's nice and healthy, 1 match in. Super Furry Animals are a very good band live. Just do what they want. I went to see them at the Glasgow Tramway Theatre, which didn't actually have a lot of gigs, but I actually had a nice hall that was ideal for gigs, a proper kind of theatre that actually had a wee bit you could go up to as well and kind of sit and look down on, so it was like kind of proper theatre, but quite spacious. And they played I think it was about a set that was about an hour and 10 minutes long, sticking Power Rangers helmets on and all that stuff. And then everybody thought they were finished. They came on and done an encore. And then was it Slow Life they played, and that's kind of got that kind of goes into a kind of almost kind of techno-y type kind of close. And then everyone thought, alright, they're just prolonging that wee bit at the end, and then they ended up playing for another 45 minutes, just all this kind of electro music and stuff. Love bands like that. I've said it before, but I mean, the Super Furry Animals are like they're just basically the Welsh Beach Boys, to be honest with you. A likeable band and all. Get an album in Welsh called Main, which is actually spelled MWNG, although maybe Jamal could probably correct me on that one, but I believe it's pronounced Main. And all the lyrics are in Welsh, but some of the tunes are fucking brilliant on it. If you excuse me just now, folks, I'm going to have a wee break here. I'll still be chatting away. What's next on this playlist? Why don't we get um, 11 miles out on 11 miles out by the Doves, which is a B-side to one of the singles from the last broadcast, and in typical sort of northern fashion, it's just an amazing B-side, you know. Stone Roses were really good for that. Stone Roses B-sides are all, most of them, I think there's one, is it Simone, Urinica, things like that, they're kind of crappy and throwaway, but Stone Roses B-sides are fucking incredible, I think. Standing Here, for example, what a tune. Doves are a great band, were a great band. Their last album wasn't great, unfortunately. Kingdom of Rust was okay. The actual track, Kingdom of Rust, was alright. but one of the most humble bands I've seen live. Just, they really liked the Scottish audience, and I remember seeing them at T in the Park. It was at the NNE stage, and they weren't quite headlining it, were they? I think they were the second last band on, and the sun was still out. We get, you know, just the kind of longer daylight hours in the summer, and it was a cracking. I remember that the weather over that weekend was amazing, and I can't mind the guy's name again now. It's kind of shitty, but I just remember him just being just saying, I'm overcome with this, folks. Do you know what I mean? This is just the best crowd I've played in front of. Look at that sun. Everything's falling into place here right now, and it was just a guy just like, this is what I've kind of felt as though I was working up to, and I didn't know it was going to happen here, but it has. It was so good. As one of my mates, Kenny, says something that's also kind of applicable. They're a band who I've been to see live a couple of times, and they do have you welling up, and they don't. It's not that they sing sad songs, but they just got a power about them. You know, the Dub's best tracks are fucking belters, just to put it that way. And they've got a few of them. We've got a good few of them. And it borders on that kind of stadium rock type, but they were the stadium rock band that never were. And I guess I'm thankful for that, to some degree. Just aiming high. But I mean, I say that stadium, I mean, again, I go back to this Manchester music thing from that early 90s phase, and, you know, you think of the Stone Roses and just the events they put together. They aimed high. It was working class dudes with guitars, daring to dream. And their songs were, you know, the riffs, everything they used were kind of about that. I wouldn't say so much the same about Joy Division necessarily, certainly not in lyrical content, but they had that kind of, they had a swagger, Joy. I mean, the sound of Joy Division has got a kind of swagger about it, a pride, you know, a proudness, what's the word I'm looking for here? A pride about it, yeah. I just find it really infectious. And see, come summer, there ain't much better than listening to a Means to an End, or, albeit it's New Order, but it was an Ian Curtis. Ian Curtis wrote it, played it in the stream the other night. Ceremony, just riffs, man, just a nice summer's day, maybe going down the fields, which we'll be walking through later on when I got to Folks, and just that kind of playing out, and you're just like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's fucked up, the world, you know, it's fucked up, this country, but just moments like that, it's like, yeah. I'm not sure what this is. I've actually changed window. Alright, this is Don't Stop, but I'm not going to play it because it's borderline guilty pleasure. It's not really, it's French touched house music, which I do like. Sort of Daft Punk, Etienne de Créchy type. I put a wee Scottish band on. Do you know what I'm free of? The fucking online challenge cup. Oh, I should have put this on earlier, once I've fucking done it. Oh, it is, it's freedom, man. And certainly in respect to PES anyway, with regards to my PES play. I just feel I can do what I want now. Because it was one of those things that's like, it's there for a reason, it can be beaten, there's 3 agents up for grabs here. Any old time. So I'm just taking a wee chill at the moment, folks. I'm going to jump back on, play another match. It's something I need to admit. See that 5 wins in a row thing? I've not had that for months. I just can't do it. I'm too conscious of it. I can get 4 wins in a row quite frequently, and then I go into that 5th match going, if I get the 5th one, I'm going to get that boost in my rating, and I fuck it up. Consistently. Did you get anything else with the 5 wins in a row? Is it just a wee boost in the rankings, or did you get another item or something? I can't remember. God, is it 6 o'clock, man? Shit. I said to my mum I would go up about 8 tonight, so if I'm a wee bit later, it's not too much of an issue. Not that I'm planning to be on here for hours or anything. And never, never die. 'Cause I'm free. Okay, random fact about the Soot Dragons, or random fact about me and the Soot Dragons. I was 16 years old when the Soot Dragons had that one track out. Might have been 15 actually. In fact, I think it might have been 15. The Soot Dragons had a bit of success with Ep.3 in the summer of that year. I'm trying to remember if it was 1990 or 91 now. I think it was 90. And what happened was at the end of the year, we're going to have an all-nighter in the bars. It wasn't really an all-nighter, it was on from 6 to 1. And they were actually alright live, actually, Soot Dragons. See their first album, the name of which escapes me. The first album had some alright tunes on it. But one of the support acts that night, and they were actually one of the earlier support acts, was none other than the Stereo MCs, who actually went on to do quite well for themselves. I was playing 1,000 Yard Stare earlier. They actually supported James when I went to see them for the 2nd time in the Barrowlands. First gig I ever went to in my life, you know, as like a kind of young, I wasn't an adult, but just like when it was all about, yeah man, I'm into this scene, was actually James at the Barrowlands, and the ticket cost me £6.60. The 60 pence was the booking fee. You can go to a gig at the Barrowlands these days and it's £25. This is Gene Farris and it's called I Wanna Love You. Gene Farris is a Chicago sort of house DJ. One of the older lot, along with sort of Green Velvet and stuff. So he was kind of, wasn't quite up there with at that time back in the 80s. He wasn't the same profile as somebody like Ron Hardy. Ron Hardy's really good. Maybe didn't have the same profile as some of the guys for Detroit at the time. But Gene Farris can produce some kick-ass tunes at times. Cool looking fucker and all. The album this is from is called This Is My Religion. The actual album's pretty good. On the Soma label. Actually, did they do more than one? But that's definitely on the Soma label. Soma label, I might be slightly off here, is a label created by the guys behind the techno duo Slam, a Glasgow techno duo, and one of Daft Punk's first actual releases. I think the debut actual release was on Soma. I don't think you can get it anywhere. well, you definitely get it somewhere, but it's not, I don't think it's widely available. I don't think it's on Spotify or anything like that. But that's one thing Glasgow does still have going good for it at the moment, and always has. If we don't have, you know, kick-ass guitar bands, which it really, again, it's that needs to be sorted. You know, I want to see some, I wouldn't mind seeing some mouthy, knobbish Glaswegians do a bit of an Oasis. You know, you don't need to be successful, but just have a little bit about them, do you know what I mean? Something about Scottish bands, I don't know, they just get a wee bit kind of like, I better not do that. And I don't know if it's just the way of it up here. You know, there's the perception that we won't take any of that shit, but somebody's got to try, I think. Primal Scream, I do like, and they kind of go about their own thing, but they were never the most outspoken as such. They were just kind of pretty drugged up a lot of the time. A band who I do like, Primal Scream. If you like, what I would say is, see if you like the Stone Roses, listen to Primal Scream's first, I don't know if it's quite their first album, maybe there was one before it, it was more EP, but they've got an album called Sonic Flower Groove. The cover's funny. Bobby Gillespie's wearing tight leather kicks and a polka dot shirt. But you listen to that album, and it was actually released before the Stone Roses album. There are some similarities. Not saying for a second the Stone Roses were ripping off Primal Scream. I think it was just the way at the time. There was a bit of a revival of what was that kind of jangly guitar sound. There's a lot of 12-string guitar actually. There's 12-string. Opening track called Gentle Tuesdays get 12-string guitar played by a guy called Jim Beattie, who was actually in Primal Scream, but shortly he kind of left them thereafter. Formed a band called Spirea X. Very short-lived little project that were on the 4AD label for a while. And a tune that I would actually like to put on, if I'm being honest with you, and I'm just trying to remember if I've got it. I've actually got a playlist called Welcome to the Jungle. And I'm sure it's on that. If not, Jet Pilot definitely is. Yeah. I'm going to play 2 tracks from Spirea X. So the first one we'll do is Chlorine Dream, which was a single. And you'll hear the Birds influence in this, let's just say. Really, really nice riff, but really nice riff. Nice sound to it overall. A lot of the bands from that era from Scotland, you'd have some from, you know, Greenock. Alan McGee's from Greenock. Is he? No, he's not from Greenock. Maybe he is. No, he's from the south side, but there's a Greenock connection as well. Also, when you look at Creation Records and some of the Scottish bands they had on, you know, probably the most high profile there being Teenage Fan Club. They're from Bells Hill, which isn't too far away from me. There's actually a lassie I work with. Her folks own a shop, and it used to be that was a wee scene in there, and a lot of these bands would just hang about the shop before they kind of took off and stuff. Teenage Fan Club are another band I like. I think a lot of them, they kind of tailed off a wee bit. They still make records and that, but they're a wee bit cleaner sounding. I mean, they were always kind of dreamy guitar pop, but there was a little bit rougher around the edges. And they've just kind of got a wee bit more cleaner and cleaner sounding over the years. And maybe some of that's to do with age as well. But their early stuff, God Knows It's True's a topper of a tune, for example. But here we go. Just as Gene Farris wraps it up there, I'm going to stick on Chlorine Dream by Spirea X. beautiful riff, man. I do like 12-string guitar. Apparently very tricky to play. I think the only thing I'd say about this track now is just it could have done with a wee better, could have done with a better drum track. They brought out one album and it was just no great, unfortunately. Some odd tracks on that album, if I recall. I don't think you can get it anywhere. Maybe it is on Spotify now. But it has got that kind of 4AD vibe to it as well. 4AD obviously being sort of Pixies, Breeders. And who were the other lot? Can't mind. There's an obvious one. Cocktail Twins. And there's another one. I tell you, that's late 80s, early 90s was a really good time for indie music, I thought. I have been outspoken before about how I feel, what my hopes were for Oasis and what the reality was, but I've been kind of, I think I've been enlightened somewhat, certainly by the likes of Shaw and stuff, you know what I mean, guys from the area and all that, and the kind of pride that they had in, you know, a sense of pride they had in Oasis, and I think that's fair enough, do you know what I mean? I just have issues with some of the material after this, maybe even after the first album. It just felt a little bit too, oh, I'm in London, man, take loads of drugs. It's just a bit, where's all the working class shit, man? Where's the bring it on down? Where's the listen up? Now there's a belter of a tune. Listen up. Hugely underrated Oasis B-side, and you know the B-sides get a lot of credit. That is probably one of that. The 8-track demo version of Alive. Those two and Cloudburst. I would maybe say they're my favourite 3 Oasis B-sides. I might be missing one. And certainly tracks that I think endure. I can listen to any 3 of those songs and go, no bother, cracking tunes. So next, I will try and put on I'm going to put a ride track on. It's called Like a Daydream. It's the first ride tune I heard. It was on the chart. Remember the chart show back in the day? They had the indie chart. And I remember that video coming on. It was black and white, and they had the big, you know, Mark Gardner had his big floppy hairdo, Rickenbacker guitars, and just this powerful guitar sound. And it's like, that's my new favourite band now. And it stuck with me. So here we go. Like a Daydream by Ride. Oh, takes me back, that really does. Gives me the frisson action. Right, a wee check of a thread, and then 2, and then I think I'm going to go back on and see if I can get 3 victories in a row. In fact, Sure, I'm not sure if you're still watching. I'll probably just post it on PES Fan, but is there a way of cutting these streams? Taking bits out of them and that? Because I might do something which might prove beneficial to some players. Captain Tappa Talk's fucked. No, it's not fucked. I've not got the Wi-Fi on. And there's a top tip. Playing PES, try and have as little running on the network as possible. A nice one in getting shot off then, Shaw, if you were kind of looking at him, and you've got him level 30 as well. So the grind is not something you need to concern yourself about, it's just all about over leveling now, mate. Oh no, it's no, you get him level 1, fuck. Honestly, just spam versus com on a triple, even the now, but it's certainly seen a triple XP week. Just get all your under level players and just, if they have a triple XP week and it's a piss easy versus com thing where it's one match, just play, it is monotonous, so just play it and 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 play it. Get the easy GP and get those guys leveled up. Then obviously you get the scouts, just invest in a lot of scout slots, so you can just play the games and rack up the scouts so you're not being forced to use them, and just chuck scouts into all the players. The other thing about having lots of scout slots is you can actually be a little bit more, try and be a bit more selective what trainer you assign to who, because you will get bigger boosts on some. So like I said, I had Bentancur and put Defour and I can't mind the other centre midfielder who was level 30, stuck two of them on Bentancur, and he went up 9 levels, 26,000 XP just for 2 players. Similar with Mbappe when I put Augustine on him, 26,000 or so. Thing is, I spun Augustine again at level 30, stuck him on Mbappe, and I get nothing more than 2,000, so I don't know if it doesn't repeat. It was a one-time deal. I think the same thing happened with De Jong when the first time I stuck him on Fosu Mensah. Astronomical numbers. Then spun him again, stuck him on Fosu Mensah again. And I think I still got something like 6,000 or something, but the first time was like 20 odd. I think it might even be more than that. So this is season stream by 1,000 Yard Stare, but I'm not going to let it play out because as much as I like 1,000 Yard Stare, I might actually put on another tune of theirs shortly. What about a bit of wedding present and Give My Love to Kevin? This album, which got George Best, it's known as George Best, it's just got a picture of George Best in the front cover. Belter of an album. Thing I like about a lot of that album is just David Gedge fucking sounding fed up with a partner, but not like kind of griefing, just like kind of having a wee moan. It's the best way to put it. And you can tell me lies. Good band live wedding present. Right. Who's coming in? They're playing quite well, weren't they? That wee stamina recovery on Ignacio, and then I think I'll just head into a match and take my eye off the ball and get thumped. So we're going to go in. We're going to try and take Dieguito in again. The temptation is to chuck Galabinov in as an alternate target man off the bench. Of course, with Zaza being in such shit hot form at the moment, maybe it's crazy to do that. We're going with this. Queue up. Another Creation Records band from the early 90s called The Telescopes. This track's called Celeste. This was the song that made me get into them a wee bit. There's a bit of a theme with the guitars, eh? Kind of psych sounding this. Bless my soul with your eyes. Lush, that was the other band that was on 4AD, and I've got one of their tracks here. Can't remember what her name was, Nikki Merengue or something like that. Lead singer. Kind of had this red hairdo. Bob. Just looked dead cute, I remember. Oh. Shaw likes Sparks, so what I'll do is I'll queue up a Super Furry Animal song that has the lyric, you and me and the guy from the Sparks hanging out with Howard Marks. Right, so here is the beauty sometimes of playing at 3-star level. Look at this guy's team. Wee bit of work on it. Oh, he's got Ignacio. And yeah, wee bit of evidence there further that not everybody's trying to be superstar laden in this game. I dare say that guy's got a nice wee selection of black ball and gold ball players as well, but a bit like me and some others, it's not all about that. It's about nurturing a wee squad that you get a wee bit of affection for and just seeing what you can do. And it can set you at disadvantage in certain competitions that we'll no longer talk of. But potential for a good game here, but as always potential for an absolute ass kicking if this guy knows what he's doing with this kind of squad. Thankfully he's using a sitting defensive midfielder, which I can just easily assign on Gomez and not feel as though it's kind of, he's throwing him too much out of shape. So this song's called Hanging Out with Howard Marks, and I'm going to queue up a Teenage Fan Club song after that called Alcoholiday, which is probably one of my favourite Teenage Fan Club songs.
warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formality. This is Ep.3, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Becker. Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now. Winning. There's nothing quite like it for confidence, and this sequence of success is fabulous for the increasing self-belief of these players. Keen to get going again.
Oh, I'm on him right away.
Just joining us, we are...
And a Danny Alves cross. Big Pitania was almost in there. I'm actually liking Andrea Pitania on form in these couple of matches we've played so far.
With the right service, he could absolutely thrive here. Hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that.
Oh.
That's a good foot in there.
Tried something a bit clever there and didn't quite come off. I've not been using a lot of my special techniques recently with the manual early crossing. I might have to change that. As in now. There we go. Ah, fuck, I thought I was going to clear him. Good wee pass that. See, just manual early cross and then just a dink, just a wee tap of it and you'll get a wee bit of action. Just kind of leave the player's boot low trajectory, but kind of almost driven. Quite good for feeding into a target, man. Big Pitania. Just holding him off, no bother there. But this guy's, oh, good luck. Good work there between De Chilio and Kimpembe. Maybe once again showing the effectiveness of. Ah, oh, thought I was going to catch him out there.
Stages, I know, Peter, but there's a show of forward thrust here. They're oozing belief.
It's got to be Pitania, innit?
Time to deliver.
Oof, totally sold him there. And it's, well, it's none other than Papu Gomez gets home with a header. Near post, into the far corner, far bottom corner. Ah, there's a wee bit of a golf shot, that one there, Gomez. Well done. Nice placement. This guy's alright.
They just couldn't get into an attacking area.
Maybe he's hard to tell sometimes, but I like playing against this strength of squad, that's what I would say. Oh. Ah, dummied him, but kind of read the next movement there. Right, come on, knockout Ned, let's show him some of your fighting spirit. Right, kind of wandering a bit here with Diego Carlos, and it's probably not the smartest thing to do.
And it's Memphis Depay. He's got the ball glued to his feet.
Yeah, he's trying to play through.
Tries a through ball.
You know what? Fair play here. He gets a goal. It was actually some tidy football.
Aimed long and direct.
Oh no! Picked the wrong ball. I've got a habit of making some poor decisions on the lofted passes. You know, picking just lob pass when I should pick maybe through ball, or picking standard lob pass when I should use the higher arc variety like that. There, that was definitely to the wrong type of player for dealing with that kind of ball. Right, he is. Big Dragos. Oh, easily dispossessed there. I'm liking Danny Alves in right midfield. That's some lovely football there. This is some beautiful football. Oh, what a save, in fairness, but brilliant football there. Oh, why I love this game. Why I can. He's having a wee go here. Mopped up by Carlos, Diego Carlos. Here's Acuna. He might pick out Pitania. He's going to beat his man there. No, but his keeper's a wee bit flappy there. Got nothing worth discussing.
Now it's Torres.
And it's all hazy. People say I'm going crazy. And Pitania's through here. Stronger left foot is that? Oh, he's fucking blown it. He's just missed, I suppose. Nah, it was right foot I was going with as well. That's talking about. So the Sheilo came in a wee bit centrally there, contest the header, which is actually a result of picking wing back as well. But I'm not just kind of combating with a, you know, maybe a slightly less defensively equipped, shall we say, offensive fullback. Slow us down a bit. 1-0 at half time. I was happy with all my football there. And to be fair, that guy tried to play some nice stuff as well. Let's see if there's some charitable with the comments if he gets an equaliser there. But you know, you can never tell with this game, and I'm not talking about necessarily how someone plays. I've had games where you went through a first half and it's like, this is actually pretty good, and then second half, if the guy's behind or he's not winning, some dickishness starts happening. You're just like, why? You're obviously capable, you've obviously got the right mindset, the football you want to play. Why fuck it up with this, the need to win at all costs? You know, some of these guys might not necessarily be highly ranked. They might have limitations, shortcomings in their game, but it's probably no different for me, in fairness. And it just, I don't know, maybe it is also my own skill level. Maybe I bring out, do you know what, that's a lovely goal by him, I'll give him that. 2 skips there, man. 2 flick up to the ball. Beat 2 players. Look at this. Dink, dink. Gets a wee bit lucky there, but well placed. Might message him after just to say that was a cracking goal. All about spreading the love a wee bit, you know.
What a convincing response to going behind. They've got all the momentum now.
Pitania's winning the headers. Players just not being too awake to what he's doing. He's been impressive.
Torres laid out to the right. Play on the left-hand side now to profit from it.
Balls up that pass, so telegraphed, it's underweight, underpowered, everything.
Now the pass.
Maybe try to be a bit clever with this as well. That'll do. Back.
So we've reached the hour mark.
Nasso's sitting quite deep there. I haven't instructed him to do so, just a lot deeper than I thought it would be.
Daniel Alves. Well, it's normally around now that the managers think about making changes.
Just done it again with a shit pass decision. Sorry. Same track playing again that I've had on already. Bam, I'm liking some of the solidity I'm getting offered by Dani Alves in that right wing back, or right midfield position. The team feels a decent shape for now. When I say it now, I mean just a general thing, not necessarily at the moment, in the moment.
Tries to think
He's getting a wee bit of joy with a couple of overlaps here. Right. Time for a sub. Titania's been superb. Rojas is out of form. Wouldn't mind the win. Therefore I'm going to bring on Zaza. Alves is tiring, so a change similar to the last time out. Going to bring Fosu Mensah on to right back. Push Andre Almeida, who can deputise at right midfield alright, still has some decent defensive capability. And there is the temptation to try and just to chuck on, what do you call him? Paredes here, because he's on form. Now, he can't really play left midfield that well, but I'm going to try it. He is ready, you know, apparently he can play it as a secondary position. I think this will make this my last match actually, regardless. I tried to be a bit ambitious there, and there. Oh, he's done well there. He's fucking scored a belter again, man. Just feel that I should have had enough in me to take care of this match, but he's came into it well. He's got some skills. He's got some skills in the attacking third. And he's game planning.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Oh, I'm just giving this away now. I made some
forward.
poor decisions there
Plays a clever pass.
with the tactics.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Ah, fucked up and all, and it's right. Oh, right, I caught him out. Right, okay.
Whistle's
So
gone. That for offside. Yes,
that attacking emphasis and switching off the wing backs. Oh, he's doing piss here. He is. He's just another pause wanker. Oh, that does that. That just fucking grinds my gears, man. Why do that? He's playing decent. He's playing well. Probably takes a rightful lead just with some of his attacking play, and then now it's kind of coming back. He's got to come back at him a wee bit. He's got to start fucking this shit. Well, I'm just going to use it then. Fernandez can just quarterback it and fuck it. He's just hanging in the pause menu now. And he was in game plan there. Somewhat keen to get on with this, to be honest with you. So just move your arse, mate.
To safety.
Oh, he's bulged up the pass.
Keep calm and carry on.
There's
That's
Kimpembe
the job
there.
in a nutshell now. Hoisted towards the area. Now it's Zaza.
Oh, but I had the fucking... Oh, good play there as well.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation.
Oh, he's away maybe. He's away maybe. No. Tanya, well won. Come on, Zaza, I got in the end of something here.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Your countryman there is doing a worldie of a shift. Ah, he's dicking now. He's dicking about now. Alright.
Zuma. Roberto. Zuma. Managed to get it away. Has a look and has a go.
So no message for this guy. In spite of his 2 good goals, he was just a fud at the end. It's fair enough, if he's playing for a result and he needs, I can get that, but there was some pause antics going on there, I just can't be bored with that. He probably deserved to win. I played alright, I thought. But some arseholery at the end there in a game that was not blighted by any lag issues. It seemed like 2 guys just having a good fair match, and then as soon as he got the win, as soon as he got that goal in the 70 odd minute or whatever, it was just like, alright, I'm going to press pause every time the fucking game stops. There's a wee bit of dicking about at the back, but I mean we can all do that, but nah, that pausing stuff, just arsing around. I played some good stuff. I should have put him to bed, I should have put him away in the first half. And then he scored 2 cracking goals, to be fair. This one was good. A good finish. And his winner, I mean, he got lucky with that wee kind of rebound, but look at that touch with Fernando Torres, and it's a lovely finish, to be fair. I feel that I should have not rushed quite as much as I did and then manual keepered. I don't think I did that. I do feel like messaged him saying good game, just shame you had to be an arsehole with the pauses at the end. And do you know what? I'm going to find out in a second. I think that this guy might have been higher ranked than me. And that becomes a little bit regrettable because it would have been a nice scalp. Yep. Yep. So with that, I suppose I'll sign off with this tune playing out, and it's called Misery by Big Troubles. Yeah, it's time to wrap this up on account of the fact I want to grab myself a wee bite to eat, and I've got a wee walk through the glen, and it might be a wee night walk. Spook myself. But thank you to Shaw, who tuned in, made a few comments. Hope you didn't mind the I hope you appreciated some of the tunes I was playing. Glad to hear you won the cup. Landed yourself another one for your Eastern Bloc squad. And I don't know whether to take, you know, that way I'm just like, should I just stick the PS4 in a bag and hook it up and play later? But I've got a bit of an annoying day at work tomorrow, I think, and it might prove a distraction. And I'm trying to remember what's remaining in the login campaign. I think it's an Italy 5-star. And it's just if I go back to my mum's and more, I miss it. All for a scout, eh? Fuck's sake. I do want a 5-star Italian League scout though. If it's Italian League, I need 5-star Italy scout. Either or would be, any 5-star scout would be quite desirable, because there might be a wee specific players one on the way, I reckon, or might be obtainable in the form of some stream shenanigans Konami are doing. It gives you a chance of landing Diego, the other Diego. Well, no, Diego Maradona, but I think it's the 86 version, or, well, certainly more kind of Napoli type era version. And I think he's one of the best players in the game. He's only released, he's only been out once. So, aye. But I will wrap it up, folks. And yeah, I'll see y'all later.